Hi guys, welcome back or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kyra and I'm a recovering beauty guru. I've been on this platform for about 6 years and I have done it all. I have overspent, I have gone into debt, and I've been where I am now, which is tracking what I'm spending, tracking what I'm using, and keeping a better account of what I have. So today I wanted to share with you my quarterly stashed and trashed video. So stashed are the products that I have acquired this first quarter, whether that be through PR, gifts, gift cards, purchases. And then we have trashed, which is more like recycled, but stashed and trashed sounds better. And that is all of the products that I have used up for the first quarter. And we just want to make a little comparison, be makeup math nerds, and see how we're doing so far this year. I will say I did not start tracking on January 1st. It's been kind of a journey in beauty and a recovery. And so recently I was most inspired by Erin Taylor. She does a wonderful job of tracking her collection, usage, all of those things. She's also a makeup math nerd like myself. So hi Erin, this may be a bit of a longer video. I will have some graphics at some point in terms of my spreadsheet, what it looks like, how I track these things, and let's get into it. All right, so let's start with some empties. Again, some of them I have and some of them I don't. Starting with the Hero Zit stickers, have a value of $11.97. I do believe those were purchased with my FSA account, but regardless, I give myself credit for the value of the product. In future, in like quarter two, if I should purchase anything, it will be the price I paid. But because I'm just getting started and doing the best I can over here, some of these are the value of the product versus what I actually paid for them. But regardless of whether I get it in PR, through an FSA account, a gift card, whatever, when I finish something, I give myself the value of it because I used it up. Next, I have 3 mascaras that kind of bit the bullet all at the same time this quarter. So the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, which is $9.98. Actually, I have 4 mascaras. Then the Mellow Way Makeup Mascara. This is their Your Way Mascara in the shade Cherry Cola. I actually love this product because of the color of it. I also love how innovative it is. You can bend the wand so you can really get in there and get each lash. And that one was $23. And then I have the e.l.f. new lash extender mascara. I did purchase this in December, but finished it this year in the first quarter. And this was $7. And then lastly, this is gonna blow your mind, the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water. This is actually a deluxe sample that I got for free on promo at Sephora. The mini size, which is $13, has 0.18 ounces in it. This one has 0.11, so 0.07 less than the mini size. Regardless, it comes out to a value of $11.57 for something I got for free, and I'm pretty happy with that. Next, I have a couple of setting sprays that I finished up. I've had this MAC Fix Plus for years because I don't really use it as a setting spray on its own very often. I mean, this isn't going to set your makeup. It is going to help to sort of take down any powdery look on your skin, and that's kind of how I've used it. Plus, I've used it to foil eyeshadows and things like that. And this has a value of $33. Holy shnikes. Definitely won't be repurchasing that, much as I love it and especially love the scent of it. Then we have the jumbo size of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is kind of my holy grail setting spray at this point. I really like it. I find it very comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting spray in its effect. It extends the longevity of your makeup, but it also gives a more skin-like finish back to the skin. But I highly recommend go this route, whether you have to find it online or I have seen this in multiple Walmart stores, this bigger size, but this one is $15.97. This one right here is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Blush in the shade Provence. It says it's a sample size. However, I discovered when trying to find the value of this, that this is 1/5 the amount of product that you actually get in the full size in this tiny tube. So it has a good value to it, especially since it's one of those little piddly things that you get for promo at Sephora. So as a result of that, this has a value of $4.60, and I really enjoyed it. It's something that I really enjoyed using up. Not something I would run out and repurchase, but I do really like the color that it was. The e.l.f. Reviver Lip Oil in Jam Session, I finished up in my deck of panning project for the prompt Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, and lip oils, lip balms, things like that are very easy for me to finish up because I have a sensory thing where I must always have something on my lips. When I rub my lips together, there needs to be some slip there for me. But regardless, I used that up, and that one was $8. And then lastly for makeup was the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in the shade Nude Entrance. This is the third one of this particular shade that I have finished. Absolutely love the formula, but more than that, I love the color. It's kind of my perfect nude lip liner. It's very close to my natural lip color, so I have repurchased it, and this one is $8.99. So not too shabby, but there's more. Let's talk about skincare. I finished the Elta MD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. Again, I believe this was purchased with my FSA money last year, and I have now used it all up, but this stuff is expensive. Even though I got it on Amazon, it was $39.19 for this puppy right here. I did recently pick up more sunscreen, again with the FSA account for this year, the upcoming warm season. And I got this one again, but I got the tinted version. Next is a Skin Smart Facial Cleanser Spray, but I use this every single day, twice a day. It is very comparable to the Tower 28 spray. That's not what's in here. This is rubbing alcohol. But the Tower 28 spray that looks like this, the Skin Smarts, is completely a dupe for it. And I can tell you, I've gone through multiple of the Tower 28 and now have gone through at least twice as many of the Skin Smarts, and you get way more product for way less money, and it all does the same thing. Regardless, I usually finish up a couple of those per quarter, but for the first quarter I finished one, and it was $17.46. A big pricey product, which I did receive in PR, but again, I used it up, so I give myself the value of it for numbers purposes, and that is the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Dream Face Cream. It does have a value of $58. I'm going to show you the inside. You're going to see that there's like one, maybe two uses left in here, and I'm filming this on the 27th, so it will be gone. So I am giving myself credit in the first quarter. Unfortunately, I did have to declutter these two sunscreens. I guess I could have put this at the end, but I'm just going to put it here, and I'll put the value of these up on the screen as well. I didn't do that beforehand. This is my first time, okay? Be gentle. Anyways, it's the Lancome UV Expert Aqua Gel Defense 50 Plus Sunscreen. It's a primer, moisturizer, and sunscreen all in one. I actually really enjoy this. I tend to get a handful of these thrown in the box every time that I do get a box of PR from Lancome, which I really appreciate because, again, I really enjoy this. It does have a strong floral fragrance, so if you're sensitive to fragrance, I would not try this. Somehow, I just didn't do a very good job at managing my skincare backups, and instead of using these, I used the newer ones, and now these are expired as of December of 2023, and I don't use expired sunscreen. I just don't. So unfortunately, this is a loss as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't go against me in my numbers or anything, but I did want to just shout that out or point that out because, you know, that happens and we want it to happen less. For another makeup product I used up was the e.l.f. Wow Brow in Neutral Brown, which has a value of $5. I tend to go through a couple of those every quarter as well. I have the CosRX, the Niacinamide 15 serum. This was just okay for me, dog. Like, really, honestly, it was just okay for me. If you don't know, niacinamide helps with oil control and it minimizes pores and sebum on the face. So for me, I use niacinamide daily. Every morning I use niacinamide because I do find that it helps control oil quite a bit. That being said, however, I've used the Ordinary and I've used the Good Molecules. I currently have the Good Molecules, and that's probably the one I will repurchase because it does the same thing as this. And this one had a value of $17 for not even a full ounce, whereas the Good Molecules is a full ounce for $6. So won't be repurchasing that, but it was nice, you know, it was nice. All right, then I finished a lip balm. Surprising, I only finished one lip balm, but here it is nonetheless. It is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm, and this is in the peppermint scent. I really enjoyed this. This is like a big girl candy cane lip smackers is what this smells like candy cane lip smackers for adults, you know? As much as I like these, I don't really feel like they hydrate my lips as much as the actual mask. So probably wouldn't repurchase this. I would probably purchase something more like the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils or, you know, something else entirely. But this did have a value of 18 doll hairs. And that's it. My bucket's all empty. So all of that together, even though I went out of order and all of the things, my empties for the first quarter, for the ones that I remembered, for the ones that I had, I was able to go back and look at purchases, etc., etc. I had a total empties of $288.73. That feels really good. Almost $300 worth of empties that I have produced. And at least we know that I'm going through stuff. I mean, if nothing else. All right, for the next bit, I'm just gonna pop up pictures because I didn't feel like digging through all my drawers and gathering all of these things. It was quite a bit the first quarter that I stashed or brought into my collection. That being said, my birthday is January 7th, so that's a big part of that, and a lot of this stuff was purchased with gift cards. So that said, let's get through it. First, I purchased a second shade in the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence Foundation. It was $15.98 at the time that I purchased it. It's actually closer to like $21.49 because I believe that's what I paid for the first bottle of it. But regardless, they had a promotion on Amazon and I got a second one because my first one was too light. So I got a darker shade and I just mixed them to make my perfect shade. I have no qualms with that because I love that foundation or essence. Secondly, I bought the new Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in the shade Hey Honey. Love it. Valued at $9.97. Both the CoverGirl and the Milani purchased with a gift card to Amazon for my birthday. So none of these things I have purchased. Oh, actually, I did purchase both of my CoverGirl Simply Ageless Perfector Essences. I should just have those next to each other. Also purchased the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush in Merlot Moment at $9.97 with a gift card, and I'm very excited about both of those products. They're absolutely beautiful. Merlot Moment was definitely sort of a missing part of my blush collection, if you can believe that's possible, as many blushes as I have, but that's a different video. It's a burgundy blush, something I definitely don't have. All right, then I purchased the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Soleil, also $9.97, also with a gift card. Then I purchased the Moira Lucent Cream Shadow in the shade Jupiter, which was $8.50, and also with that gift card. Then I purchased the Etude Dear Darling Water Tint. It's, you know, like a stain for lips and cheeks in the shade 04 Red Grapefruit, and that was $6.79. I also purchased the NYX Pro Fix Stick, the new concealer stick in the shade Vanilla. That was $8.97 with the gift card. I purchased 2 e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes in the shade Suave Mauve and Dusty Rose, both $7, both with the gift card. Then I purchased my e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade Rose Envy. It's right here, so I'll show it to you. And that was $6.97 with the gift card. Then the Milani Color Fetish Hydrating Lip Stain in the shade Bitten Berry for $9.97 with the gift card. e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide, $10, and that was the last thing that I purchased with the gift card. So total, the gift card added up to, well, the makeup things that I purchased with the gift card added up to $127.07. Now, I'm going to quickly address PR as well. And this month from Lancome, I did get the full range, which was 8 shades of their new nude collection from their Intimatte lipsticks. So I got 8 of these. I kept 5. I planned to keep 4, but I kept 5 ultimately, and I love these lipsticks, so I'm not hurt about it. Who knows, maybe, you know, I will declutter more in the future, but regardless, those were $35 each, and I kept 5 of them. The one thing I purchased out of my bank account with my own money is the Makeup by Mario, the Master Mattes, the Neutrals. As soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted to purchase it. I have the first one. I love the first one, but neutral tones are definitely much more in my wheelhouse than warm tones, so I immediately knew I wanted this. So this is how I did it, because I ended up getting this palette for $18.47, but it is a $50 palette. So this was one of the instances where I actually put what I paid for it versus the value of the product, and that is the way it'll be going forward into the second quarter. Regardless, I had $10 off using some of my points on Sephora to get $10 off, as well as I had some money from my Patreon account. And with that, both of those things, I ended up paying $18.47 for that eyeshadow palette. So the total amount of makeup that came into my collection in the first quarter, the total value, is $320.54. But then when you take out the gift card and the PR, then you end up with $18.47, which is exactly what I paid for this. So we are making progress. I did not purchase, I mean, I did get a lot of makeup in the first quarter, let's be honest, but in terms of what came out of my bank account, $18.47. I'm very proud of that. I'll say it again, $18.47. All right, moving on. For beauty tools in the first quarter, I made 2 purchases. One of them was this bag of the AOA Studio Super Soft Pawpaw Wonder Blenders. These are amazing. You get 6 of them for $9.95. And I use 1 sponge per month. Then I throw it away and I get a new sponge, just to keep things clean. So that was $9.95. And then the second thing I purchased was a 12-pack of the Kitsch Dermaplaning razors. Those are my favorites. I cannot use the Tinkle ones much as I'd like to because they're a tiny bit cheaper, but they tear up my skin like crazy, and the Kitsch ones don't. So those were $7.63 on Amazon for a total of $17.58. Now moving on to skincare. 4 items that I purchased in the first quarter, skincare wise. I do get a fair amount of skincare PR. I will be honest about that. I'm still working on backstock of skincare PR. Things I purchased though, however, are the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Facial Cleanser, $16.99. This is what I use. It's a non-foaming cleanser. It's a cream cleanser that's very gentle, and I use this in the morning to just gently wash away my nighttime skincare. I do have combo oily skin. Next, I purchased a package of the CosRx Acne Pimple Patches. There are 72 of them, and they are $10.99 on Amazon. Love those. Those are my favorite pimple patches. We did recently get a couple of different brands to try. But I always end up going back to the CosRx ones with those. Next, I purchased a cleansing oil instead of a cleansing balm for gets and shiggles, really, not any other reason. It's the Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. So it's supposed to help really get those pores cleaned out, and that was $17.69. I am enjoying it so far. I still have at least half of it. And then again, I purchased a new bottle of the Skin Smart cleansing spray that I spoke on earlier. And then the rest of these I just literally got yesterday, and they are my restock, if you will, of SPF for this upcoming warmer months here in Colorado. So first of all, I purchased, and this is all with FSA money, because FSA money will cover, in terms of skincare, SPF lip balms, and anything to treat acne. So you can get your pimple patches with your FSA card, generally speaking. So I got 2 of the Kula Tinted Mineral Lip Luxe balms. I got the shades Summer Crush and Nude Beach. I had just picked Summer Crush for myself, and then my daughter wanted one and she picked the shade Nude Beach. They were both $18. She hates the way it feels. I now have 2. Next, the Drunk Elephant Umbra Sheer Physical Daily Defense SPF 30. That is the one I'm wearing today because I'm testing them and sharing over on my TikTok about that. That one was $34, and I'm really liking it so far. Good value for money. There's a lot of product in that tube. Next, I got the Color Science Sunforgettable Total Protect Brush On Shield SPF 50. Are you ready for this? 69 doll hairs. So, wow! But I really want to try the Brush On Sunscreen powders this summer, and because the problem is I'm a daily makeup wearer, and while it's great to put sunscreen under your makeup, how do you reapply it? Your sunscreen is maybe good for 2 to 3 hours. So I'm going to try these things this year. So let me know if you want to see that, or if you want a roundup of all of these sunscreens at some point on the channel here. So, whew, 69 doll hairs on that one. Color Science, though, it's expensive in general, and I really wanted to try one of their products, so that's what I went with. Also picked up the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. I have used it before. I enjoy it. $38 for that one. Also picked up one for my daughter, but that's not factored in here. Next, I picked up 2, which maybe not a great decision if you've never tried something before to automatically pick up 2, but I just get the feeling I'm gonna love it. It's the Kula Refreshing Water Hydration Stick SPF 50. They were $30 each, and again, I got 2 of them. The other day I was watching YouTube and I saw Robert Welsh. He was doing a sponsored post, but he had a sunscreen stick and he just kind of applied it over his makeup. Like, he didn't rub it in or anything. He just kind of, you know, applied it in strips all over the face and just gently kind of pat it on. And I was like, that might be a way to reapply over makeup as well. Why not try it? So I got 2 of the Kula ones. If I don't like it over makeup, I can use it under. Next, like I said, in my empties, I did purchase the Elta MD UV Clear, the tinted version, SPF 46, and that was $45. Elta MD, I'm telling you, those dermatology brands, They're more expensive, but in my opinion, a lot of times they're worth it. Especially if you have skin issues of any kind, cystic acne, acne in general, all the kind of mature skin, extremely dry skin, eczema. I would look to some of those brands that you would find at the dermatologist. Next, I got the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Moisturizer SPF 45. That one was $31.95. And then lastly, the Hawaiian Tropic Mineral Powder Sunscreen Brush On Powder SPF 30 was $19.22. I picked that one up just because I know not everybody's going to be able to pick up a $69 brush on powder from Color Science. All right, so my total skincare expenses were $396.30, but what I actually spent out of pocket was $63.13. So not bad. So with what I spent out of my pocket for makeup tools, and skincare, my total for the first quarter was $99.18, which is less than $100. And I'm very happy with that in comparison as well to the $288.73 that I used up this first quarter. I'm just real happy with myself. I used up almost $200 more than I purchased. So again, I just couldn't be happier with that. But let me know down below. What do you think? I mean, obviously not everybody is a makeup math nerd like myself and Erin, but I love stuff like this. And it really, really helps me to rein in my spending. Another thing I wanted to mention and just kind of feel you guys out about is my project over the last couple of days, again, makeup math nerd, is that I have been pricing my entire collection of makeup. So one thing I noticed about Erin's inventory when stalking her videos, watching her older videos and such, was that she had the cost of her entire inventory. And I don't. I've never considered doing that. I have an exhaustive, like I will say that, love Erin, but I have an exhaustive collection of makeup. And I don't say that like, woo, no, I don't say that. In fact, I'm very ashamed, as I cannot help but feel shame over the amount that my makeup collection is worth. But do we want to talk about that? Do you want to know like how much some of my categories cost me? Do we want to talk about the overall number, which, oh my God, putting that on the internet, I don't know. Like my husband might divorce me, and that's not me being funny. I cannot believe the amount of money that I've spent on makeup in the last 6 years. I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. And I can't even tell you the amount of makeup that I have decluttered over the last 6 years as well, whether that was stuff from subscription boxes, things that didn't work for me, things that expired, things that I was tired of. Just to give you a small sneak peek, and you guys can let me know if you're interested in that type of video. And I could also talk about my inventory by numbers, like how many products I have in each category, if that's interesting to you. But my Natasha Denona palettes alone, the ones that I currently own, and I've given away a few, just like 3, I think, almost $1,000. Just in Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes, and it almost makes me sick. It really does. And so either way, if you want to see me beat up myself about it in another video, let me know, because I'm here to be transparent. I'm here to help you recover while I recover. And if that's helpful to you, I'm happy to do it. But if it's not interesting, or you are committed to judging me about it, maybe I won't. We'll see. But regardless, that's all for today's video. I realize this was a really long, really rambly video, but they're only quarterly. You can watch it in parts. You can watch it while you get ready, you know, whatever. But I hope it was helpful to you to see how I do this, to see the spreadsheets and how I have them set up, how I give myself credit versus how I take away from myself as well. And I hope you are having a great day no matter where you are, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.